Hey everybody, it's Trixie. Welcome to the Underground. Well, let me tell you about my busy weekend. I just got out of the Sportsman Show. It's one of the biggest, probably the biggest sportsman show in the Northeast. So I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So remember I did it a couple years ago and they had me next to the elephant killers. Yes, they don't want me near there because they had to physically pull me off. So this year I was next to the, what do you call them? The ones that stuff the dead bears and put them in your living room. That's what I was next to. That's one neighbor. The other neighbor, I was horrified. I just got out of work. And he was like 83 years old. And the guy was coming on to me, telling me how good he was in bed. And I'm not going to get into it. He was so excited. He went back. He goes, I got to go behind the curtain. It was scary. So I left. But my friend... she's also a mental health counselor, and I kind of needed it after he talked to me. She's like, she doesn't even like men. He goes, you don't like men? I'm like, well, I mean, it's not that I don't like men, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, they stuffed the bears, and there was this little bear. He was like 2 years old, and I kept asking all the hunters, would you shoot that? And they're like, no. I mean, I don't understand it. You know, you're going to go to your wife, honey, look what I got. This is what, I'd rather sleep with this thing than that 83-year-old man. This thing is so soft and cuddly. Alpaca. Look at him. I gotta name him. So cute. So furry. I'm in love. They saw me the hunters saw me doing this. I had to have some comfort in there. It was horrific. Why? Well, this is what happens when you're the queen. You know, you got to do all kinds of things you're not comfortable with. Not a lot of Trump hats, just a few. But, I mean, listen, these guys are okay. Most hunters, I got along with all these guys and I did pretty well. But let's see, I would like to have a little bit, not to get, hit on by an 83-year-old man. He looked good. He was a good looking guy. But the last time an 80-year-old hit on me, I was in my 20s. So, man, I'm worn out. Next week, I got to do the Saratoga Springs home show, which, you know what, could be fun. I've never been to Lake George and it's only a half hour away. So mix a little business with pleasure. What are you going to do? So I got to talk about this for a minute. You know how I love On Patrol Live. Oh, a female thief stole some guy's packages. Okay. She's going through and she's taking all these packages. She gets caught on the Ring camera. This guy comes out, wheels himself out in an electric wheelchair, screaming he's going to shoot her. She stole, maybe she should have checked the box, $300 worth of catheters and colostomy bags. Oh, yeah, I can use those. So, let me tell you, because I have experience. When I was DJing, I parked my car and I had this big bag in the car, and a guy threw a brick through my window to get to the bag. If he kind of looked in the back seat, he would have found a boom box and all this other valuable stuff. But he stole the big bag, and what was in the big bag? A giant thing of hairspray. So that I would love to see his face. That's the only problem. I don't mind that I got robbed. Well, the brick through the window wasn't fun, but I would have loved to seen that thief's face. They're so damn lazy. They can't look in the back. So yeah, have fun with that Sebastian hairspray. In the upside down world that we live in, Trump style, Trump was saying that Ukraine started the war in Russia. That Ukraine started the war in Ukraine when Russia was the one who invaded. So that's crazy. He doesn't live in reality, but neither do his supporters, most of them anyway. So Elon's going nuts with the chainsaw, slashing everything. And somebody told me that he's going to give us $5,000. I'm waiting. I would love that. Okay, I love you, Elon, if you can do that. But, planes are bursting in flames, landing upside down. I'm not hopeful about this. It's like chaos. It's only been a month. His approval ratings, although he says they're historically high, have dropped. I think 10%, 10 percentage points. He did call Zelensky a dictator for not holding elections. I think that's funny because, yeah, Russia holds them. And guess who wins all the time? Putin. And I think, Trump's going to run for another term. And, it's the same thing. He just wants to be a dictator. He declared himself a king. I already said this. I was saying this since the first time he won. King Trump. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really believe in democracy. He doesn't want anybody to have a different opinion. And what the hell did he do to that governor of Maine? He was at some conservative conference, and he said, "Is the governor of Maine here?" And he said something of, "If you don't go along with us," and she actually fought back. He was talking about the trans thing, like that trans men can't play with females or whatever in sports. Yeah, this is the thing that affects my life more than anything, is trans people in sports. And she's like, "I was complying with federal law." And he's like, she goes, "I'll see you in court." He goes, "Yeah, I'd love it." He goes, "Your career's over." Probably. He's probably right. But he said, "You're not getting any federal funding." Now, Maine is not really a liberal state. I don't understand. He's going to punish people that voted for him. It's like, look, I expect it. I'm in Massachusetts. I expect him to kill us. They were already talking about him getting rid of Medicaid. He's going to affect every one of us. I don't care. So Mark, this is pretty interesting. Mark Cuban said the key to getting rich is sacrificing. I say this is a problem. I don't care about being rich, but he wrote in a blog, how to get rich, okay? Before he was rich, he had 5 roommates. First of all, I'm out. I remember I had a chance to be a White House correspondent. I had a job offer in my mid-30s, to live in Georgetown with 5 lesbians. I politely turned it down. I can't handle one. You think I'm going to live with 5? So he had 5 roommates. He ate mustard and ketchup sandwiches. No, I'm not going to do stuff like that just for money. Who cares? All I want is to not struggle. I'm not eating that crap. His strategy is save money. You will have more options. You know what? That's actually smart. Because I found that once I stopped smoking weed, I had a lot of money and I started saving it. And it was like, wow, it's amazing. And then you do have options. Like if something breaks, you can pay cash. So yes, I'm a lot better off. And then he says you should put your money in 6-month CDs. That I haven't done. And he doesn't really like the stock market. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of relying on it. I got it in risky. Mine's in risk because I plan on working till I'm like 90. After my last colonoscopy, I'll quit. Okay. He also says drink water, not coffee. I did have a cup of coffee today, but my trick, have other people buy it. Buy me food, buy me coffee. That's how you live. Cut up your credit cards. Oh, I did ring them up lately. Sorry, at Christmas and everything else. You can't really live without credit cards. But yeah, he's right. Don't carry a balance because that's a problem. He said you'll never be rich. Or pay him off if you can. I don't know. He says cash is king, which is true. He does make a point, but I'll tell you what. As long as I just have enough to just do what I want to do. And you know what? I don't know if I'm going to die tomorrow. I want to spend as if I'm going to get hit by a train. That's the way I live. Bill Belichick, listen to this one. He's got like a 20-year-old girlfriend. He fell asleep. They got him on camera falling asleep, next to his 23-year-old girlfriend at a UNC basketball game. He's 72. I mean, I think it's kind of funny. But, if I dated somebody, if I was that old, first of all, I don't even like 20-year-olds sexually. And men, I get it. You like it, whatever. But I like older people. I've always been attracted to old. But the fact that you're 50 years older than your girlfriend, she's going to get bored. I'll tell you what, I used to have a girlfriend when I was in my 20s. She was a couple of years older. Not a lot, 2 years older. And she used to it was amazing. She used to be able to fall asleep because her head was so small on a coffee cup. I remember looking at her and I was like, she was like sleeping on a coffee cup. I don't know how you can do it with a small cup. It's just amazing. But I don't know. I feel bad because I think like if you date somebody and you're that old, you date somebody in your 20s, in their 20s, then you're going to feel a lot older, especially if you're falling asleep and they're going to be looking at you like they're going to want somebody younger. That's what I wouldn't like. I wouldn't, there's no way you're going to keep up with a 23-year-old. How old is she? Is she 20? She's 23. He's 72. I mean, good for him. I don't know, but like not good for her. Gen Z has different attitudes about one-night stands in marriage than older generations. I've never had a one-night stand. Have you? 62% do not commonly have one-night stands. That's actually cool. I'm starting to like Gen Z now. A research from the Times, 1,000 people polled. Millennials in 2004 said 78% had sex on the first date. Have I ever done that? No. Lesbians are quick. Um, Sex on the first date. Or, as I like to call them, heretical whores. I don't think so. 21% agrees that marriage is irrelevant. No, I don't think so. I don't know a lot of happy married people. There's a few. 39% of millennials said that 20 years ago. Oh, that's so funny. So, yes. So now the Gen Zers believe more in marriage. They're probably thinking COVID-19 is the reason, right? We're gonna get cooped up. We're gonna be dead. Whatever. I'm sorry, guys. I was stuck with it. Indoors. I can't breathe. They want to find soulmates. Is there such a thing? I don't know, but I'm still looking. Hurry up. I don't have much time left. Who cares if you get a divorce? They don't care. See, to me, I want to wait till I'm 80, then I'll get married, then probably not get divorced. Right? You wait long enough, forget it. Owl Labs reported showed 45% of Gen Z workers reported increased stress. Oh my God, I'm choking to death. Sorry, guys. 2,000 surveyed full-time workers in the United States. Gen Z workers, they lead in posting their work grievances on social media. I don't really try to do that, although you guys know I grieve a little bit on the show. 34% of U.S. workers, 48% of Gen Z employees have posted about their jobs or employers negatively. Yeah, that's not a smart thing to do. I had a manager once who she used to put posts of herself smoking pot and saying the F word. Not very professional. Gen Z leading the charge in setting firm boundaries. 1 in 5 workers refuse to work outside of their specific job. Yeah, I mean, you got to do a little bit. If I choke to death and die, this will probably get 1 million hits. 29, is it 29%? I can't read my own writing. Something. It's 20 something percent. Do not answer correspondence after their jobs are done, which I do. I can't help it. I get texts and I just have to answer them. I'm one of those. Office ghosting. Workers claiming to be on site, but they don't show up. We have that a lot in our job because we don't go to an office. You know, we just go somewhere and punch in and the manager doesn't come in there. How do we know? Employers posting job positions that have already been filled. I dealt with that in radio. Here you go. You got the job. Okay, we'll just take that post right off. This has been going on for a long time, guys. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills real quick because I got to end this because I'm choking to death. Kyle didn't want to go home probably because she's alone, right? I get it. They took pictures. They have pictures of her with Teddy Mellencamp because she had a tumor removed. She was with Morgan. She is definitely dating her. Sutton's mother, Reba, finally told her, I love you. Bose is 47 years old and wants a kid. I think, getting up there. Hurry up. She had a baby who died. I think she has got at least one kid. Dorit had a barbecue on the 4th of July. Kyle walks in and sees a shrine to PK. All these framed photos said it looked like an anniversary party. Like you walk in, there's a round table with PK's pictures. Doesn't she not like him after he wants to not give her any money? I don't understand that. She keeps him waiting when they're standing at the shrine for 39 minutes. Oh, that's rude. You're hosting a party and you're not even there? She always does this though. Because she comes in wearing Louis Vuitton and all this other stuff and Gucci this and Gucci this and she is fashionable. I got to give her credit. She just likes to make an entrance. Dorit took Sutton's purse and she said she owed her the purse. It's $35,000 purse. And of course that's going to start a war. Garcelle comes in, trips, and Dorit wants to cause a fight with Sutton. Garcelle asked if there was an alcohol in her drink. Dorit is beside herself that Garcelle didn't know Sutton had booze in there. This is nuts. Sutton told Dorit to start to shut up. I say sta to zit because that's Italian. Or shut up, then calls her a bitch. Dorit claps back, don't call me a bitch in my own home. Sutton goes to leave. Kyle and Garcelle chase her down. Garcelle's ordering a vodka drink as she's running after her. This is hysterical. Sutton in front of the house, just inside. Erica comes. Bose, Kathy. They're all like in different split up groups. Bose tells them to come on in. And Garcelle yells at her to stop being Dorit's spokesperson. Dorit says to her, click. Don't be a vile person. A douche. Kyle calls Bose Judge Judy. Kyle is the funniest. Sutton dips out. Garcelle says Dorit started it by insinuating she's a drunk. I mean, this is just well known that Sutton drinks vodka at like 9 a.m. Kathy is oblivious, just fanning herself. I'm surprised she didn't have people doing it because that's how she does. 4 people coming on, fanning her and stuff and giving her fluids. So at the end of the show, they show pictures of Mauricio making out with a blonde. He broke his clavicle skiing. 20 years younger than Kyle. Why do guys do this? That's their midlife crisis. They get a nice car and then they get a young woman. We gotta deal with menopause, hot flashes, dried up vajayjay. It's horrible. I mean, Kyle is happy. I really believe she's happy with Morgan. We just can't see it. I hate that she's not talking about it on the show. I'm resorting to the paparazzi. Get on it, please. I want some kissing pictures. Next week, they're talking about being Native American. Jennifer Tilly said she always wanted to be because of Cher. And so, you know how smart Erica is. I know she looks like a dumb blonde. But she said Cher's Armenian. And Jennifer Tilly looked shocked. The curse of Beverly Hills is that Mauricio broke his clavicle. Everybody gets divorced. And there's a report that the cast wants Jennifer Tilly gone. See, they don't like that she's got all this money and they're jealous. Can you imagine though? They all have money. What's the big deal? And I like Jennifer Tilly. She's actually the bright spot in this whole season because she's not really pretentious or anything. She always says how thankful she is of her first husband. But they say she's the least popular among the ladies. Someone's talking. One of these ladies is jealous. Her 30% royalties from the Simpsons. A bride hired, listen to this one, then I'm going to go. A bride hired Tom Sandoval and his band, the Most Extras, to sing for at a discounted price for her wedding. $16,000. Can you imagine paying Tom Sandoval $16,000? I listened to a song from it. I was horrified. If they ever sang at my wedding, it would be bad news, divorce. I mean, really? The marriage is doomed. So, all right, guys, I'm sorry I'm doing it so late, but at least it's not Monday. I'm not going to get any bad. Oh, God, I'm in love with this thing. This is the sweetest. I think they just shaved it. I don't think they would kill an alpaca. Who could? Look at how cute this thing. Did I ever tell you I dated an alpaca? All right, you guys. Thanks for continuously supporting me. You know I'm crazy. Thank God the Sportsman Show is over. And I'll tell you about my next show next weekend, but I'm going to be doing it Monday. No complaints. Love you. Bye.